Having a healthy relationship with fear is probably something that's important on our journey to becoming the best version of who we desire to be. So fear allows us to see how are we looking at things that puts us in a space of contraction. And there's two levels of fear. One is the fear for my security, and I'm fearful of, climbing the roof on a ladder that's kind of wobbly, and that fear of falling may keep us safe. So that's a healthy dose of fear. The unhealthy dose of fear is when we're constantly living in our heads, making up projections of how things can go wrong. Fear of losing something, fear of not being good enough, fear of not attaining our goals, fear of ridicule, fear of judgment, fear of failure. Those types of fears hold us back from the natural desire to experience and express ourselves from the most authentic version of who we can be. Now that kind of fear is unhealthy. So what the mind does is it gives you all these scenarios of what could go wrong because it wants to keep you safe. But at the same time, it's working on overdrive, where it puts us in a space of contraction, heaviness, the desire to control and overstructure and overthink just weighs us down. So a healthy relationship with fear is being able to see if this is a healthy fear, like is this going to keep me safe? Or is this somehow fears that are coming up just protecting my ego, just protecting the story that's inside my head as opposed to my physical well-being? Another way of looking at fear is I'm insecure. So if you had someone in front of you or a child that was insecure, how would you go about dealing with them? What you would do first and foremost is trying to give them a space where they feel secure. You would nurture them and be kind to them and make them feel that they were enough and that the space was safe. Well, that's what we have to do with ourselves, because this part of us that's fearful just needs to be felt that it's going to be okay, needs to be secured, needs to be loved, needs to be listened to, acknowledged. So that would be the best way to deal with our personal fears. One is to acknowledge them, and then to see what is it that we're afraid of really, and begin to create this dialogue with ourselves that allows us to see things in a way that's safe, in a way that is nurturing, that is love-based. So we can kind of put the gun down. We can kind of just relax and recognize that the truth is, okay, like we're okay right now. There's nothing really to be afraid of. Because most of the fears that we have are inside our head. They're projections. And that's a real eye-opener. Because when you start to see that almost everything that you're doing is coming from a space of fear and not enough, that's a game changer. So it's about taking a look. Why am I so afraid? What's animating me? To start to dissect your demons rather than try and destroy them. Take a look. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I a bundle of anxiety? And slowly start to nurture that part of you that is fear-based. And you'll be able to untangle. You'll be able to move from fear to a space of courage. And that comes from experiences. So small, tiny steps towards your fears that allow you to see that your fears were just an illusion to begin with.